Yo, what's up, everybody? We did a little switcheroony because Ken's having a little difficulty, so I didn't want to put the MMA logo on his face. So, excuse me. He's on the left. I'm on the right. I'm Jake. That's Ken. Together, we're Ken and Jake MMA, and today we're talking about Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Ken, we've been waiting for this card. We've been waiting for the return of Mystic Mac. How do
We
you
have.
feel? Give me your feelings, brother. I want to hear how you feeling.
I'm super excited, man. Never been more excited for anything in my entire life. Finally
Nothing.
seeing Conor McGregor fight for like the first time in like 10 years. This is like Ronda Rousey coming back, man. It's
Dude, it's crazy.
amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So we have a full card, man. A lot happened since the last time we talked to you guys. I mean, Ken, we added a new a new mythical fighter, Airport Dustin Poirier. Um yeah, this happened last week. The DP got a little hammered. We all know what happened. He just came out with a podcast with did you listen to any of the highlights from that podcast?
Now, I've been on vacation, dog.
Dude, so he's talking about he's going through some depression since retiring, stuff like that, which I feel like a lot of fighters do go through, the depression after the fighting. I would not be surprised to see him have a comeback. I know he said he would only come back at like a 5% chance, but I could see it, dude. If Connor wins this
Conor
fight,
beats Max, dude. Bam,
that's
there
what
you
I'm
go.
saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. But for that to happen, we obviously Connor needs to beat Max. But before we get to that, we have a huge card to talk about, and we'll start from the bottom, and then we'll work our way up. We'll eventually get to we'll start in the early prelims. We'll work our way up to the prelims, and then we'll get to the main card, and then we'll end with the main event. It's a stacked card, Ken.
Yeah, it
Um,
is, honestly.
it really is. I think the whole prelims. I looked at this whole prelims, and I knew every single person. I've watched every single one of these guys fight before. Hey, big MMA fan here. You know how it is. But yeah, we're gonna start it off with a flyweight bout. 329's prelims start with a flyweight bout between Alexandro Costa versus Cody Durden. Alexandro Costa at minus 250 and Cody Durden at plus 205. Ken, is America starting this off strong?
No, Casa has back-to-back wins by KO. I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah.
going to win by KO against Durden. Durden's 2-5 in his last seven with a few decision wins. Like, I think Costa, this is his come up fight. He's fighting somebody kind of well established in the UFC.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Costa. I think honestly, this fight, I think is gonna go decision because Durden's a little bit. He's not too chinny, but Alexander Costa can find the shot, but I think he's gonna use a little bit more skill here. Since you said he's fighting up, so I think he's gonna use a little bit more skills. Maybe wait a little bit longer, and not necessarily be in the open positions where Cody Durden down. I would either see this to be a late finish or a decision. Do you see an early finish here?
Yeah, probably under 1.5 rounds.
Okay, I see that. We disagree on the time, but hey, that's all right. We I think Alexander Costa is going to come here and beat Cody Durden. We like that. Moving on to the second fight, Ryan Gandra versus Zachary Reese, um, middleweight bout. I think Zachary Reese is going to come in and give United States a victory here at plus 110 as an underdog.
I have Gandra winning by KO. I'm just riding the hot hand of the prospect. You gotta
Yeah,
gotta ride that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of fighters, especially when they're the prospects, they always get fraud checked in the weirdest moments. Maybe this is it. Maybe Reese is gonna catch him with something, or it's gonna be a hard fought decision. But I think either way, this is gonna be a good fight. I always like when people at least come and they show out for their like debuts, things like that. On their UFC come ups. That's what they need to do. It's a production at the end of the day. Moving on to a bantamweight bout between Farid Basharat versus John Garza. Ken, Farid Basharat, ranked 15. Is John Garza going to beat rank 15?
No. Boschrot fought on the last card with his brother. His brother got cut, even though his brother won his fight. I think Basharat wins this fight by decision and then gets cut, just like his brother got cut the last fight.
History
It's
repeats
gonna be
itself.
boring. Yeah, it's gonna be boring, and he's gonna win by decision.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think this is gonna be a boring fight. It's gonna be the time to go take a piss, get a snack type fight. Yeah, Furby Basharat by decision. I'll ride that with you. Moving on to a next fight. Listen, I've been there. All right. I know the training altitude and how it feels in Aruba, where Damian Pinas is from. All right. I went on a
Yeah.
vacation. All right. I went on a little horseback tour. Or no, it was like a safari thing, and they took you that we saw horses and we went on these a bunch of stuff. But dude, Damian Pinas, man, is gonna come in here and knock out Cesar Almeida as a -210. I feel that Arubian blood, man. That Arubian
Yeah.
blood is gonna punch Cesar Almeida so hard in the face and put him down in under 2 rounds. Agree, disagree? Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I think Penis is gonna come in pretty hard, get a KO win against Almeida. He's gonna be able to penetrate him with his striking, get a KO win. So I have Penis by KO against Almeida.
Yeah, I have Damian Peanuts inside the distance. Middleweight bout here, Aruba for the win. Yeah, dude, I'll be happy to see it. And then the next fight we have, dude, we have eyelash merchant herself, Tracy Cortez, versus Wang Kong, the
Yeah.
only girl I've ever known to actually wear makeup and shit into the ring.
Yeah.
She's wearing hair extensions and eyebrow extensions. Crazy. I got dude, I don't know here, man. I feel like this is gonna go decision for sure. Um, dude, I could see Tracy Cortez just getting it out of pure like just fans liking her more. I don't know. I don't know how I see this one going.
Yeah, I mean Tracy definitely knows her way around a Wang, but I think Wang Kong is definitely gonna put the put the damage on Tracy over the 3 rounds and win a decision. I don't think Tracy's got it anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't got it. She can't handle the Wang.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore. But hey, that rounds off the early prelims. Kind of moving faster. We're trying to get to the ones that matter. We're starting here with Luke Riley versus Kai Kamarkis III. I got Luke Riley by knockout. I think Luke Riley's a good prospect. I think he looks good. And yeah, England's on the rise. Luke Riley by knockout. Ken?
Yeah, I think Lou Riley definitely wins this. I'm not sure if it's going to be by knockout. It might just be damage over time, winning a decision. But yeah, we're going to continue to ride the prospect train. I think Lou Riley is probably one of the better like prospects the UFC currently has. Him and like Peyton Talbot, but I think Luke Riley definitely gets the win over Kamaka.
All right. All right. Now, we're pretty much restarting the podcast because now the picks pretty much really start to get good. I think this is when the card like elevates itself. Like Luke Riley is a really good way to end. Like I don't know, it goes from like 7 to pretty much 10 out of 10 here. I don't know about what you think, but Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez, dude. Tell me what you think about this because I kind of have a hot take.
Yanez is going to win over Cody. Cody should retire after this fight after he loses.
Okay, okay. So here's how I look at this. Two different opinions. If it is an MMA match, I have Adrian Yanez winning. If it's just boxing, I could see Cody Garbrandt getting a decision here. He is slick on his feet, and let's not forget he got hit in his balls last time really bad. And dude,
I was
Cody
literally about
Garbrandt.
to bring that up. I was gonna say the only way he wins the decision is this if Yanez kicks him in his nuts a couple times and
No,
gets a
but that's
point
what I'm
taken
saying.
away. That's the
That's what I'm
only way
saying.
he wins a decision.
Listen. Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt has like he's one of those guys where like if something little happens, he makes it look way bigger. You know what I mean? Like he's like, come on, you know? So I think that with all the this is my opinion, dude. I could see this happening so hard. Dude, I hope Herb Dean is judging this. Um, I think Herbie's gonna feel a little pressure. You know, everything's coming on, everything's going on recently, right? Dude, they're gonna stand and bang here. Adrian Yanez is gonna catch Cody, right? And Cody's gonna be wobbled, and then Adrian's gonna go in and then kick him in the balls, right? And then Cody's gonna freak out. Cody's gonna freak out to get his time, and then
He's gonna start throwing up.
immediately Immediately, yeah, right. No, immediately Adrian Yanez gets a point taken away. Cody Garbrandt sneaks away the first round. Okay. Second round, Cody Garbrandt gets his ass whooped. Okay. Third round, Cody Garbrandt just not pieces him up, but just outstrikes him. I don't know why, but I think a 325 is so weird. I also have a feeling I'm gonna eat my words so bad, but but
You
dude,
think a what is weird? 325?
yeah, Cody Garbrandt is plus 325.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, my bad, my bad. But dude, I don't know. I think the only way Cody wins is by decision, but I don't know why. I feel it coming, dude. I think I'm gonna sprinkle like $5 on that.
Nah, I mean, I think Cody does have a good chance of winning by knockout. I think that's his only way of winning, honestly,
Early.
is catching him. Yeah. But I think
Do you think
Adrian is just too much for him. I think Adrian's gonna
so?
win by a decision.
I think we'll get to this way later, but this also goes into like when fighters come out and they put people on the back foot, like how much is like how valuable is it when you get somebody essentially like afraid of you in the early rounds, like when you do put pressure on them, like do you think?
I mean, obviously it's very important because they can't really, throw with power if they're on their back foot.
Yeah, I was rewatching Conor McGregor and Habib for like the prep for this, and it's like when you look at Conor is somebody we'll talk about this later, but when fighters move people back, it all depends on game plans, and we'll talk about this later. Just remind me with the
We'll
Conor
talk about
fight,
it later.
but yeah, dude, Cody Garbrandt I think is gonna pull out a decision. I'm probably gonna eat my words. Adrian Yanez might land something big and hurt him, but I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. Ken has Adrian Yanez by decision. Okay, we have a prospect that is coming out here. Gable Steveson, okay, heavyweight prospect, versus Elisha Ellison, coming in at a. You might want to. I would put some money on this because he's only a minus 2,500, so it's easy money. You know what I mean? Put $10 on that, win 25 cents. That's great. Um, Ken, you see this? Is this even going to go half a round?
No, they're literally just giving Gable a win because it's his debut. Ellison was knocked out in his last two fights. I don't see this going around. I'll see this going over half a round, under two and a half
I,
minutes.
dude, I don't know why, but like this is also me just doing like me just putting this into the ether. Dude, I don't know why, but Gable Stevenson submissions hitting me hard. I think that maybe what if he goes in there and just subs him in 15 seconds? It's like that's
Yeah, you
so
could.
easy. You know what I mean though? Like that's such a like that does also show levels. Like anyone can go in there and knock someone out that's been knocked out in their last two fights. But going in there and masterclassing them, putting in them in like a head and arm triangle in like 10 seconds. Like you know what I mean? Like that would be cool. But I was just looking at odds today and I'm over here praying because it's like a plus 290. But but no, dude, Gable Stevenson's gonna come in here, man. He's pretty much been groomed by John Jones to become a champion. John Jones has
Multiple
been teaching
ways.
him. Yeah, yeah. Um, dude, John Jones, I think got a little jealous of Gable, man. He literally tried to knee him when he was training him one time. So it's like,
I don't think he's
it's
jealous.
one of
I
those
think it's all
things.
love, dude.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But they kiss, so it's okay. It's all love. Um, Gable is gonna go in here. He's gonna knock out Elisha Allison or submit him in under a minute. Oh, under under a round,
Under a minute,
under
dude. Yeah,
1 minute. Um,
under 10
whoa!
seconds, he's gonna sub him.
Did you see that earthquake?
Yeah,
Um,
got super excited.
yeah. Dude, are you excited to see this guy?
Gable, I mean, I've seen him fight already. I watched his dirty boxing, and then I watched his other fights. I think he's kind of like a Josh Hokett. Obviously, he's the like a is he Olympic
He's
wrestler
Olympic
or
gold
was he
medalist.
just
Yes, sir.
college? Okay, yeah, yeah.
Olympic.
Okay, yeah. Like it translates obviously into MMA. I think a good fight would be him versus Hokett. Like I don't know how big the Gable Stevenson train like hype train's gonna be after this win, but I could see him, getting like literally just bolted to fighting like
Like
top
shot
five.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think dude, I think they're gonna slow burn him. I think they have what they need at the top right now, and they can let Gable do what he needs to do. Like for instance, why have Hokit fight Gable when you could have Hokit versus Pereira and then do Gable versus someone else that's not as good, but you can leverage Gable to fight like a bunch of shitty fighters for now. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of do that for a little bit because there's still heat. And I know that, dude, and I'll be honest, I would rather see Gable fight someone like Jamal Hill after this fight
Derek
instead
Lewis,
of dude,
Curtis
that's not
Blades.
even that's like he'd be a minus 9,000. No, but dude, honestly, if when Gable wins this, they're gonna force feed him another lamb. And then dude, I think it's gonna be a slow burn. I think that they have too much up top at the heavyweight division. Don't you agree? Like going on right now.
Yeah, I think literally 24 episodes in, and I think in our first episode we were saying they should just disband the heavyweight division. It
Dude,
was
and now
shitty,
it's the
and
craziest
now
division
yeah,
ever.
they listened to the podcast and they're like, we got to fix the
dude,
heavyweight division for these two guys.
dude, those
Nah,
execs, man.
I do agree that like it is very top heavy right now, but kind of outside like the top like seven, it's like nobody's. Like, there's like
Yeah.
nobody really outside the top seven. Like, I
Well,
mean,
what
Tai Tuivasa is probably still ranked in the top 10. Maybe give
see, that's
Gable
a
Tai
fight that you could
Tuivasa.
do though. Yeah, yeah, like that's
Yeah.
a good fight, I think, because that's a good fight because the UFC kind of organically makes it to where Gable gets ranked, but you know Gable's not fighting someone who should be ranked. You know what I mean? Like, let's
What
be
would the meta
real.
rankings after this? If he like goes in there and knocks Ellison out in like under a round, I think the meta rankings will have him like
Yeah.
ranked in the top 15.
Here's a question for you. I because this is my opinion, and tell me if you agree or disagree. Um, I think I'm really just gonna judge Gable off of his striking on this fight because I already know he's such a good wrestler. If it all depends how because he did get caught with that head kick, you know what I'm talking about, and it's
Yeah.
like, and I want to see him when someone can strike back. Because if he does just land a big shot and knock a guy, like I want to see someone get tested. Because that's why I always think like catapulting someone up to the top, it could be a blessing. It could be such a curse. You know what I mean? Because you shoot him to fight Alexander Volkov. Next thing you know, he gets pieced up for 3 rounds. And he has a bloody face. He's all destroyed. You know, that hurts his ego. You want him to, level up. But I do want to see how his striking has evolved, and I'm excited to see Gable Stevenson is step into the UFC octagon and make his UFC debut. I do kind of wish that it was not at minus 2,500, but what are you gonna do? He is here for entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say if you're looking to see his striking in this fight, you're not gonna see much. I think it's gonna be over
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
But if he did face somebody like Volkov, that's like a huge ask. Like Volkov, just the size is the biggest like issue with Volkov. Like Derek Lewis looks small facing Volkov. I think Volkov just towers over everybody and just the reach. I think Gable's pretty fast. Like I said, he's like the hybrid athlete with Josh Hokett. Like I'd put them in the same category. Obviously, Gable hasn't done much in the heavyweight division in the UFC yet because he's debuting. But I think he is kind of the same like in the same token of Josh Hokett, where he is more like speed and then he does have the wrestling.
right, right. Yeah, I understand. Also, do you think that the future of the heavyweight division is the smaller 230 to like smaller 215, 225 pound heavyweights?
It should be, and I agree with John Jones when he said that Alex should have came in lighter. He shouldn't have came in 260. He should have came in like 230, 220, because he lost a lot of speed, and I don't think the power honestly translated when he was that heavy because of the
Yeah.
speed.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I wanna rewatch the Cyril Gane Alex Pereira whole fight tonight. Actually, I think I want to rewatch that whole White House card because that whole thing was a banger. To be honest, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
and just dude, shout out the White House card again because that was an amazing card. And for the UFC to come back a few weeks later and with a Conor McGregor return, it's just crazy how the Paramount card is like the Paramount deal has blossomed into something so insane, and dude, just shout out to the UFC and shout out to the whole organization and stuff. But yeah, Gable Stevenson should win here. Dude, and I'm honestly, and I know moving on to the next fight, I am so happy that they moved this fight up to the prelims main event or to the prelim headline or whatever. Robert Whitaker versus Nikita Krylov. At least that's what it says here on here on the UFC website. They're like the last one.
Yeah, so that's all.
Dude, um, dude, I like I just love Robert Whitaker, so I'm gonna say Robert Whitaker, man. You know what I mean? Like I cannot pick against him. Oh, I just can't right now. I don't know why. I watched the embedded, and this guy is like pulling on my heartstrings. He's such a family guy. Like he's just so nice. I'm picking with my heart here. I think Robert Whitaker's going to come in here, use a smaller man's skill, and kind of go for the kill here, and kind of put out Nikita Krylov with some speed and land something big in the first round. Opinions? What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I got Bobby Knuckles winning also by KO. Krylov's knocked out two of his last three fights. I think Rob's only lost against like top of the top, like RDR, multiple like division champion and one fighting championship. Hamzat obviously beat Rob, but I think Rob the people Rob's lost to are like a lot better than Krylov. I get that he's moving up in weight, but obviously he's not going to have to cut the weight. I think this is probably more his natural weight class. And I think this is good for his career. Power's
Right.
the last thing to go. I think Rob still has the power. I think he's going to blitz forward, do the overhand right, kick following KO Krylov.
Yeah, yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I think Robert Whitaker's motivated. I think he's in a different mindset than he was in his last losses. I did listen to him on DJ's podcast, and he was talking about how when he was fighting DeRitter and stuff, I think that he wasn't mentally in the game 100%. You got to be 100% in this thing. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
100% that. And moving up to the light heavyweight division for him is that new challenge, and that I think pushes people to be better mentally and things like that. And yeah, dude, I think Robert Whitaker is gonna come in here looking great. I think he's gonna come in here looking great. Nikita Krylov, I think he's gonna get finished inside 2 rounds, and I think Robert Whitaker is gonna be fast and elusive as a light heavyweight. Um, yeah, guys, that rounds out the prelims. Let's move on to our main card, bro. The main card starts off with another boom, boom, bang. King Green versus Terrence McKinney, bro. Um, dude, I don't know who to pick, but I know this shit is ending in the first round.
I don't think he's in the first round. I think King Green survives the first round and wins against McKinney. I don't think McKinney
You
has
think it's
anything
gonna be a,
past the
a
first round.
decision?
No, I think King subs him probably. Honestly, I think
Really?
yeah, club and sub. I think that's what's gonna happen. But I do know that like they've been talking shit recently, so I don't know how that's gonna affect the fight. Like if they're, I know King Green was like, I thought we were friends or whatever, but now I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
here's the
still have
thing. I
King
don't,
Green. He's riding a win streak. He's older. I think this is like he's in his prime now. I think even though he's
dude.
over four, he's like 40.
Dude, I think when Bobby beat Jim Miller, he like absorbed Jim Miller's old person skill, and like he's getting better the older he gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, but here's the thing. It's dangerous the way Bobby is, because Bobby's the type of guy that he comes in hands down, and Terrence McKinney, if he is gonna kill Bobby, it's if he is gonna knock Bobby out, it's gonna be early. But dude, like you said, I think Bobby's like sneakily really elusive, and he has like
Yeah, I
good
think
head
he has
movement.
better. I think his defense is too good.
Yeah, and dude, dude, Daniel Zellhuber was on the come up. Like people really, he was a prospect. Terrence McKinney been knocked out, and he was knocked out bad with a head kick. Okay, and King Green, he can throw punches. Let's not forget this dude knocked out. Was it Chris Duncan with a jab, or whoever he
Yeah,
knocked out? Who was it? It was someone, but he knocked them out with a jab. Okay, um, yeah, dude, I think this fight's ending in the first round. I think Terrence McKinney, like you said, I think he goes all in the first round, has nothing after that. I think he has nothing after the first minute. I think he's gassed and ready to go home. I think his average fight time is what, like 8 seconds. It's like, you know what I mean? It's so crazy. It's like
I
if
think it
you
was
look
like
at
in his
his,
past 7 fights, it was like under 2 minutes,
yeah,
something like that.
it's wild. But yeah, dude, I think we both got King Green here. King Green coming as the underdog, but I think experience is going to outweigh it. I think when you are a fighter that has like gone through the worst, like he literally almost got murdered by Jalen Turner. Um, I think when you've gone through the worst and you've also like fought the best and you've also fought the up and coming, you do see the new types of things that are coming your way. I don't think that Terrence McKinney is going to have enough for Bobby Green. I agree with you 100% with everything you were saying.
Now the only thing I'm scared of is Terrence McKinney throwing like a wheel kick, like Mauricio
Well,
did.
that's what I was going to say. Is the limbs scare me? Like Bobby doing this and then getting domed with a foot,
Yeah,
it scares me bad. But Bobby, Bobby's has that. He has that like he's like hood extra hood XP. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely,
Like
dude. That's definitely what he has.
like it's good, man. It's good. But moving on to the next fight, we got a flyweight bout between Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. Tell me what you think about this fight, Ken.
Yeah, I think Galoni's gonna go in there and just beat the brakes off of Brandon Royval. He's been in too many wars recently. I don't think he can recover from the war that he had with Joshua Van, the war that he had with Manel Kopp, the war that he had with what's his name, Tatsura Taira. Like,
It's a
I
lot,
mean,
man. It's a lot.
he won the fight against Tatsura Taira, but did he actually win the fight? Is my question.
Yeah.
Because like
He took a
that
lot.
that that fight took years off his life and years off his career. I just think it's time for the young guy to, I think you got to ride the hype train with Loney, and I think just because Brandon's taking too much damage, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Loney isn't really like a one hit quitter kind of guy. I think he is like a damage over time guy, and I think he probably will win by decision.
Yeah, I think after Loner Kavanaugh got knocked out by Chris Johnson, he kind of learned from that. And dude, also like I think who did he just fight or who was his last fight? I think
Brandon
Brandon.
Moreno.
Yeah, dude, he's on a Brandon streak, man. Also, it's like uh yeah, like you said, Brandon Royval kind of, the head's taken a little bit too much. I think Leonard Kavanaugh, dude, he looks really good. Um, and he's also training a little bit with DJ. I think he's getting the good advice. He's taking it very seriously, and he loves what he does, man. And yeah, I think Leonard Kavanaugh's going to go in there, and I think he's going to surprise us all and go with a big knockout in the second round.
Yeah, and the best base for flyweights is getting knocked out by Charles Johnson. As soon as you get knocked out by
Dude, you
Charles
need
Johnson,
that in your
yeah,
resume.
that literally
Like if
it's literally all it takes, and then you just go on a huge streak.
exactly, bro. Like if you don't have a loss to Charles Johnson, how are you going to beat Joshua Van to become champion?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Come on. Um, speaking of somebody who may or may not become champion, Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. I think Corey Sandhagen's going to have a masterclass decision win here, striking. I think he's going to keep it standing, and I think that it's going to be a karate, like, point fight. I think he's going to do really well here. And I think Mario Batista, the people that he's fought recently, like Jose Aldo, and then he fought Nurmagomedov.
Do more.
Yeah, I just think that Corey, like, is on another level of things that Umar hasn't necessarily faced yet. And I guess we'll see how he does there. But I think Corey brings more to the table than Mario's faced.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I also think that, like you said, Mario's the level of competition Corey's face is a lot better than Mario. But I also think that the fact that, Mario already lost to Corey, and this is a rematch, is it not? And the fact that Vinicius Oliveira, was doing well against Mario before he got subbed, that also is kind of telling for Mario right now. I think Corey, like you said, is going to put on a master class. I don't think this is going to get him a title shot, but hopefully this does give him his fight against Sean O'Malley.
I think that this fight will set. I think that Sean O'Malley will get the title match between the winner of Marab and them, and I think whoever wins this fight fights the loser of the fight, like of Piotr
So
Jan
Corey
versus
has to,
Marab.
so Corey has to fight again before he gets a title shot.
Yeah, that's just the way they've been running with Corey, man. That's literally the way they've
Sucks,
been
dude.
running with him.
I
It
feel
does
like
suck, but it does
I
suck.
feel
But
like
dude,
he beat Sean, but he's gonna lose against Peter. He's gonna lose against Marab. I don't
I
see
think
Corey
I
beating
think
either of
Corey
those
beats
guys.
I think Corey beats Piotr. I don't think Corey
I don't think so.
beats Merab. I think Merab got overworked. I don't think he loses to. I think he beats Piotr. I don't think Merab loses to Piotr this time. I think he was overworked. They wanted him to fight a lot, and he didn't get enough rest. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but at the same time, man, he got like completely dominated that fight for 5 rounds.
Hey, I'm just saying, I think that he's going to come in way better. And I think that it's going to be almost a 50-45, maybe a 49-46 type fight. I think that Piotr's only getting older. Merab is only getting more motivated after that loss, but yeah, I guess we'll see there. But one fight that really fucking matters, dude, is Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. I think Benoit's got a little what is it going on? Did you see the post? He had what's that on his foot?
People said he always has staff, dude.
Yeah, apparently he had staph on his foot, but it's like, hey,
He always has staff, apparently.
staff or not, I have Paddy Pimblett. I think Paddy Pimblett is not going to be as reckless, and I think that Paddy has way better skill on the ground.
Yeah, he definitely has better skills on the ground. The only issue I foresee is if BSD does catch him. Like BSD has, you know, KO'd Benil Dariush and Dan Hooker in his last 2 fights. I don't think they're up to par with Paddy. But I mean, he did sub Mauricio Rufy. I think Paddy definitely wouldn't get subbed by BSD. I foresee Paddy winning by decision or club and sub. I don't think Paddy has the knockout power, but I could see Paddy winning by sub. But I do have
Yeah,
Paddy winning, and I hope he wins because that sets
yeah.
up Ilya versus Paddy,
Oh my god, yeah.
or Paddy versus Justin in a rematch. One of those two.
So I wanted to ask you a few questions. So number one, do you think Justin Gaethje hits hard?
Like clearly, I mean, if you looked at, you've obviously seen the videos where it's like everyone after they fight Justin Gaethje before they fight Justin Gaethje. If you've
Okay, but
seen
that so
Fazeez
that
before and after, Paddy before and after, Ilya before and after, obviously.
right. So that's my point, though. That's my point. I think Paddy can withstand anything Benoit's bringing at him. Paddy went to the decision after 5 rounds again, his ass whooped. I don't think Benoit's going to find the shot that's going to put him down. Benoit is very robotic, and I think that you can, like, as someone who like is as good at jiu-jitsu as Paddy is and things like that, I think he'll be able to see that. Like you said, I don't think he's going to come in here and want to strike at all. I think that he's going to try to get Benoit Saint Denis in a Hanato Moicano position, like full mount, doing damage to the fat point where Benoit can't strike. That you know what I mean? Like the blood's in
He
his
gives
eyes
up, yeah.
before the round even starts. Um, Benoit's been in that world. Paddy got his ass whooped. This is when we're going to see how he bounces back. You know what I mean? And I think he seems motivated. I don't know if you watched the embeddeds, but he seems like he's all good. He's refreshed and everything like that. I think it's going to be a hard fought first round, and I think they're going to get into a grappling exchange, and Paddy Pimblett's going to get a hold of something, dude. That's what I see, man.
Yeah, and like you said, Paddy can withstand the damage, and you said he got whooped by Justin. I don't even think he got whooped by Justin. It was the eye pokes that really did it, which has me wondering if Justin is a little bit of dirty fighter because he did eye poke Ilya a few
Yeah,
times as
well,
well. But I think if BSD eye pokes Paddy, Paddy's in trouble. But other than that, I think Paddy wins this handedly.
yeah. Paddy coming as an underdog, man, plus 110. I think it's mispriced. I think it should be flipped.
Do you
I
think
think Benoit.
Do you think Patty's going to call out Connor, or do you think he's going to call out Ilya or Justin? What are the
I
odds he
think
calls out one of those three?
I think he's gonna call out Connor. I think he's gonna say, I think he's gonna say something along the lines of, and like this Irishman better win so I can whoop his ass next or something.
That's the easiest fight I think for him.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Is That's the thing. We both have Paddy Pimblett. Moving on to the main event of UFC 329, we got Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Conor McGregor coming in at plus 170, Max Holloway at a minus 205. I laugh when I say this because, Ken, I don't know about you. I think Conor is going to lose. I think he's going to lose. Do you
I think
agree?
Max Holloway is gonna break Conor McGregor and make
Dude,
him regret coming back. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I think the first round is going to look competitive. I think Conor McGregor is going to have some power at 170. Um, and this is what I was at work and I was thinking about this, right? I was thinking, okay, Max Holloway is someone who's going from 145 to 155, coming all the way to 170 to fight Conor, right? But I also think of it like when I do look at their resumes, man, like, dude, Max Holloway has a stacked resume. Conor McGregor kind of got like, and dude, Conor, I love what Conor did for the UFC. And don't get me wrong, I know what he did to Jose Aldo and stuff like that. But dude, if you really look at it, was it really that hard?
I mean, he did. Eddie Alvarez was the top of the top at the time. I will say Connor did not take any shortcuts. He fought who was in front of him. He had fights lined up with our Rafael dos Santos.
Rafael, and then he fought Nate. Yeah,
Yeah, he had fights lined up against the top people. They pulled out. Like he said, and I don't know if it was in the embedded or something, but he was saying like he's never pulled out of a fight except for when he
right,
broke his toe against Michael Chandler. But that's
right,
the only time he's pulled out of a fight. He's always fought anyone that's been put in front of him. And he's asked when he's lost, he's asked for the rematches. He's not like, okay, I lost against that guy. I'm not gonna beat him. Like, give me somebody else. He wants the rematches because in his mind, he does think that he can beat anyone.
right. So, but this is kind of what I wanted to get to because this is what I was thinking about at work. And I just want to hear, and this is just not, this isn't even trying to dig at Connor. It's just different times, different types of things. What Connor did for the UFC is unprecedented, man. He brought more people into every gym. He did more than anyone ever could. But what that also did is it raised the bar of the skill level required to be in the UFC, right? So when I look at Max's last few fights, I look at people who have withstood the changes in the UFC and with have stood tall and dude, he has been fighting the tippity top, right? Connor comes in at 170 and fights Donald Cerrone. I think Donald Cerrone's a little older in this fight, he's a little older,
2020.
right? 2020, right? Totally different landscape. Connor fights Poirier, loses. Connor fights Poirier again, loses. I just think
2021.
the landscape has changed so much to where Max fought Ilya and looked good in the first round. He was winning
Yeah.
that fight, I thought. Max fought Dustin and won that fight. Max fought Charles, lost handedly, but I just think that the skill that Max has been fighting against is way higher than Connor's. And I don't mean that in disrespect. I just mean that in Max has already seen everything Connor's bringing.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I honestly think this is gonna go one of two ways. I either think it's gonna be a like Korean Zombie versus Max situation where Max just beats on him and then KOs him, or it's going to be a Calvin Cater where it's, you know, 50-44, something like crazy. There's going to be like multiple 10-8 rounds.
Yeah, I think that only happens later. I think that Connor's gonna come in motivated in the beginning, and dude, he might. To be fair, Max has been a little more chinny these last few years, and I don't know about you, but he looks old. Age is not hitting him well. But
He's a lion. That's
I
all
know,
it is,
I know,
man.
I
He's
know.
just
But
a lion.
but I love Max Holloway. Max is a volume guy, dude. But I think if Connor's only success is inside that first minute, that first round and a half. Anything after that, Max is piecing him up. I do think Max is gonna take him into deep waters, and I think Connor's gonna crumble, man. Dude, imagine a corner stoppage from Connor. It's crazy.
That'd be sad, dude. I think Connor might shock us and come in and just, overpower and wrestle Max.
Well,
You know,
dude, and I'm hey, everyone out there, Gamblers Anonymous, ha ha ha. I'm sprinkling $20 on this fight to end by submission
I don't think there's
because
a world where that happens. I don't think Max would go for the sub.
I think Max could clip. I think Connor could clip him and put him in a sub. Dude, this is because here's what I'm thinking. Okay, listen, just let me talk and tell me if you
When's the last
tell me
time
the
Connor's won by a sub?
tell me this scenario. His first UFC fight, he tried to go for the sub, but they pulled him off.
He
Okay,
tried to go for a sub.
listen, rewatch it. Listen, this is tell me what you think of this scenario. Conor McGregor is coming back to the UFC, right? If there's a chance that he clips Max and Max goes to the ground and he sees a wide open, get the back, get the neck, right? Do you think that in Conor's mind, don't you think he really, really wants to just secure this victory without giving any chance
No,
of a no?
no chance at all, dude. He's following him to the ground. He's trying ground and pound. He is
Yeah.
not going for a sub. I don't. I just looked at every single fight he's had in the UFC since 2013, and he has never won by a sub in the
No, I'm saying
UFC.
his first fight ever in the UFC, he tried. He
Yeah,
tried.
but I'm just saying he's never won by sub in the
I
UFC.
know, but listen, we can all pray. Um, I do Conor McGregor is going to lose by decision or a late finish. Um, I think it's so weird because he hasn't been in the embeddeds. Do you see a world where Conor doesn't walk into the octagon?
No, he's definitely going in there. And just to touch on something real fast, when Connor fought Max, I don't know if you know this, he landed 4 out of 5 takedowns against Max
No, I
Holloway.
know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He could
I'm saying
impose
that's
his
like his
wrestling.
only that might be his only chance is wrestling. Obviously, what just happened to Max against Charles. I don't think Connor isn't as big as Charles because Charles looks so much more massive than Max. Max has an inch on Connor, and I just think even though they're going to be 170 and Connor's probably walked around that weight class a little bit more than Max, I think that Max is going to look bigger than Connor,
Do you
a
think
lot bigger.
one thing I was thinking about today. Yeah, that's crazy. They're gonna look so different because Max is like 5'11", Connor's like 5'8", but huge, and
Yeah.
and Max is like a string bean, you know. It's but he's bigger. Um, I was at work today, bro. I literally laughed because I looked at them and I was like, how was Sean Strickland, an active like UFC fighter who has made huge upsets before, like a plus 400 against Hamzat? But Connor is only a plus 170. I don't understand. It's so crazy to me. I think he should be like a plus 300 at least. Like,
It's all the
and
public's money coming on him. That's
I
what it
know,
is.
but do you find that
Everyone sees
crazy, right?
no, dude, all the casuals see Conor McGregor's fighting. They're putting money on
No, but
Connor.
you as a UFC, like you, like the way we talk and stuff, like you think he should be like a plus 300, right?
Yeah, or more.
Okay. I'm like, I hope you don't fucking agree with
No,
me
I'm
because
saying the only reason he's so low is
so much
because of
public
that.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much, dude. But that just shows, bro, no one is as big as Connor.
Yeah,
This
that's true.
dude, it's crazy. It's wild. Um, dude, guys, that's it for the freaking podcast. We've been here for 45 minutes. We've been talking about this for a little bit. We wanted to get on here, talk about one of the biggest cards of the year. Connor's coming back. Um, yeah, man. I think it's just gonna be a great card overall. I'm just gonna sit down, enjoy it, and just relax. I'm going on a little staycation in Maryland for it. And Ken, how has your trip been? You've been in New Jersey for this last few days.
Yeah, I get home on Thursday and then I'll be watching the fight from my humble abode in Ranshaw, PA.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, guys,
yeah.
listen, we're gonna get out of here. We will see you guys sooner than later. Everybody, enjoy the fights. Connor, good luck. Max, good luck. Our bets, good luck. We will talk to you guys soon, and we'll see you
Yeah,
later.
we'll
Ken,
catch
get
you.
us out of here.
We'll
Yeah.
catch you.